This is the toggle and loop findings form. This one's a little confusing with all of the pegs, but I assure you once you learn the motion that you need to go through, you'll be able to make some beautiful, beautiful toggles with this. I took about a 7.5-inch piece of 22 gauge rose gold artistic wire, and I'm going to center the wire and then fold this up and through, and I'm going to fold this one up and through. So I'm just crisscrossing it on the bottom center peg. Once these are crisscrossed, just push them down. And this one I will take and go through these, around the end, and back through. This one I'm going to do the same thing. Here, through here, around the end, and back through. Just like that. Make sure you can get the wire in. Then I'm going to use my the tube to push these wire intersections down and make sure everything's nice and tight. So you want the wire to be down onto the surface of the findings form as far down as you possibly can. So this wire that's coming from the right side, I'm going to take and go down just like so. And this one I just want right in the center. So now I'm going to pull this off. Just kind of get it with your nail and just slide it up. So now the wire that's sticking down, I'm going to very carefully take and wrap around, moving to the outside of this toggle, just like that. And you want to wrap until you get right to the point of that sort of pear-shaped loop. Now for the other side, we're going to do the same thing and just pull this down and wrap nice and tight around those two wires, moving to the outside of the other side, just right to that point once again. So once we're there, take the flush cutter and snip about center of the end of this wire. We want to tuck that down in there, and we'll do the same thing. I'm going to take one more wrap here and then cut that one right in the center. So now you want to carefully push that wire into the center of your finding so that it's not going to touch anything, and the somewhat of a sharp edge isn't going to come into contact with anything. So we're going to pull that one in as well, just right into the center, like that. So now we're going to grasp this and twist it 1/2 turn just to kind of tidy that up. And that is your findings form toggle bar. So with the availability of artistic wire colors, you'll be able to match this with just about anything that you're doing with your jewelry design. This gives you the ability to make this particular clasp over and over. You can change it up by using different colors, of course. So that's the toggle. Now we need to make the loop. So I'm going to take approximately 5 inches of 22 gauge wire, and because there's a hole in the findings form down here, that's where you want to start. Just take and bend that wire so you can pull against it. Then wrap counterclockwise around this until you make a full revolution, and then reverse your direction around the findings form acrylic form, and then move across to here. Pull that out nice and tight. Then undo this. Before I do that, I want to be able to push my connection so that it's nice and taut against itself. Then push this up and out. So what I want to do here is I'm going to wrap the wire, this longer wire, around here. I'm going to cut it so that I can make the wraps easily on the inside. And this first wrap's a little tricky, but if you'll just push it down and around, and then I like to bend this wire just like that, so you can just easily pull it up through here. And then take a couple of nice little wraps on that wire, and bend it so you can push it through and pull it. Just takes a couple of wraps to make it look nice. Then on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Let's cut this off so it's not in our way. And then hold on to our loop and bend this one down and back up through as well. And we want to take the same number of wraps carefully without disfiguring. Do your same bending technique to pull this up. And after you've got a couple of the wraps neatly wrapped around that center wire, you'll be able to adjust this loop as soon as we're finished to get it back centered. And I'm going to cut on this side, and you've got your custom loop and your toggle made with the findings form. That is the toggle bar and loop.